Hi there, Baroness Jenny for Baron's Party Plays, talking about minis again. Yay! This is a Nolza's Marvellous Mini, and I'll be honest, he wasn't like a super spectacular, tricky or technical paint or anything like that. I kind of just want to wax lyrical about the character because he's so cute and I love him. This is Aid, the town doctor from this one-on-one game that my husband's running for me, mostly to test run stuff, but also because my Dragonborn in it really likes Aid. Okay, so actually I can tell you a bit about him. I did use the same blue skin technique as I did on Solija, which is Reikland Flesh with a tinted up shade of, I think it's Nighthaunt Gloom? Yes, Nighthaunt Gloom, which I did let it tint a little bit darker because tiefling, so that's his actual skin tone, whereas on Solija I figured it's more of should look a bit ill. Or very ill, as the case may be. God, I wish he was ill. Anyway, Aid. It's tinted up a little bit darker on him because obviously he's a tiefling, so that's his actual skin tone. His shirt, which you can just see, I think you can just see the sleeves of. My husband said it should be a cream colour, which I don't have a pot of. So I had to mix a couple of paints for that. I mixed the White Scar layer paint and the tiniest little drop of Averland Sunset, which does make a nice cream colour. And I will say to people, don't be scared to mix the paints, just obviously have a separate place to do that in, don't do it in the pots and wash the brushes in between, but that should be standard practice for you. But don't be scared to mix them to get the right colours. Oh, his sword is supposed to be a flame blade, tiefling magic power that he can do once a day. Otherwise he doesn't actually do a lot of magic, he's the town doctor, so he's being run as a sidekick expert in healing. But yes, his sword is supposed to be a flame blade. Obviously the figure didn't have a flame blade, so I've had to improvise a bit. I did it with a layer of Khorne red, and then watered down some Retributor Armour gold, using the same technique I do when I want to do a silver wash. It's just dab of the paint on the brush, dip it in the water until it's thin enough and do a coat. And it does make it look a bit like it's on fire. At least I think so anyway. Oh, and on his sash that's sort of serving as a belt but not, that's a shade up called Caledor Sky. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Partly because I figured it looks like the right sort of colour for, as a doctor he worships the goddess Mishikal, which is a goddess of healing in D&D lore. Other than that, I'm going to wax lyrical about how goddamn cute he is in game. I mean, the figure's not really doing him as much justice as it could. I mean, he's got ram horns and kind of curly black hair in game. He is just so cute, and I will just say my favourite moment with him thus far has been we'd gone into a dungeon dive, bringing him along as our expert healer, and we had a couple of clerics as well, so in no way, shape or form should this have happened. But effectively, one of our clerics decided to go toe-to-toe with, oh god, I can't remember, some sort of ice-fire giant monstrosity boss monster. And he's in there toe-to-toe with it and gets floored. And he's just down. There's nothing, my character can't get in close enough to save him, and even if he could get in close enough, there's nothing, absolutely nothing my character can do. He is not a healer and he doesn't know how you do healing. This was also slightly complicated by my character having put up a storm sphere, but we'll move on from that. We'll move on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know that he was going to run into the storm sphere, did I? No. So, we've got a character down on death saves, storm sphere up so no one should be able to get near. A horrible giant thing stood over his corpse. We don't know what we're going to do. And Aid, the squishiest person in the entire party, Aid, who doesn't have a combat skill, ran into the storm sphere, somehow made the strength save that meant he didn't take the bludgeoning damage, or was it dex save? Doesn't matter. He made the save so he didn't take the bludgeoning damage, dove at the cleric using his healer ability to auto-stabilise the guy. So, all of a sudden, cleric is back up, but not well, he's still on the floor. He needs to wait his turn to get up. And Aid turns towards this giant, fuck-off giant that is definitely going to kill him, and summons his flame blade and just stands there. It is singularly the bravest thing I have seen with my mind a character do. It was amazing, and I'll be brutally honest, I think that was a little bit when my character fell in love with him a tiny bit. Because, oh my god, you are so brave, you are so squishy. You are very definitely going to die if we don't save you right now, and yet you are still doing this. That is doctoring, I'll say that. Okay, I could genuinely go on and on about how much my character is definitely getting squishy feelings for this guy, but I'm not going to. Okay, so I won't waste your time by babbling on about him anymore. Talk to you guys later. Bye!